While most historical murder mysteries were solved not long after the crime was committed, sometimes it's left up to modern science and historians to determine how and why a person died. In this series, we look at some of the great unsolved deaths of the past, bringing to life the many theories surrounding them and piecing together the evidence. Hundreds of years may have passed since these events took place, but with the help of forensics, criminologists and specialist experts, we will attempt to solve these medieval murder mysteries.
According to the official line, he died in a drunken brawl.
A perfectly acceptable story is that they were smothered.
And so died King Edward II.
Murder.
And legend has it that Prince Arthur died of the shock of castration.
It's a possibility, but on the other hand, it's a most unreliable way of killing somebody.
England, 1327. The body of the recently deposed King Edward II lays on his cell at Berkeley Castle, waiting to be embalmed. If official accounts are to be believed, Edward died from natural causes, perhaps an undisclosed illness. But for some, the demise of the former king was suspiciously timely and all too convenient for his enemies.
In medieval times, I think pretty easy to get away with murder if you were intelligent and you knew how the system operated.
Could there be more sinister and gruesome reasons behind the death of Edward II?
He'd already escaped from at least, as a prisoner, 2 castles, so they decided in the end to kill him.
For centuries, many rumours have circulated about what really happened to Edward. Some believe he was murdered by having a cow horn and a red-hot poker inserted into his bowels.
I think the cow horn story and the red hot poker, although some people will say it's not true, I tend to believe that it is fact.
How quickly he died depends on how long the poker was and how hot the poker was. If it just goes through the bowel wall into the belly cavity, he will die relatively slowly, but in very great pain.
Others say that he was suffocated.
The belief here at Berkeley, and it's certainly my idea, is that Edward was suffocated, probably under a heavy mattress.
I would equate it more with the motivation of an assassin. And for that reason, we could look at the person that's committed that assassination as being somebody who's potentially a psychopath.
And there are those who are convinced that Edward escaped.
Personally, I don't think Edward II died at Berkeley Castle. I think Lord Berkeley's statement, "I didn't know the king was dead until its present Parliament," is an indicator of the truth.
It would be incredible if one day we found the answer to what happened to Edward II, and I believe we have such an extensive a lot of archive material here at Berkeley. I believe we could solve this great mystery and find out, was Edward murdered or did he die of natural causes?